Pisces, it's Marley from the Energy Boutique, bringing you your November energy forecast. I want to thank you so much for tuning in, for downloading this forecast. Hopefully, it will provide you with enough insight in order to stay ahead of the game, ahead of the energies that are coming at us hot and heavy in the month of November. I am going to recommend that you go ahead, you listen to the November energy forecast that I put out on my YouTube channel. It does kind of go a little bit more in depth and in detail on what these astro shifts are all about. So coming into November, we do have a master number supporting us through this month. It is time for us to start something new, and seeing as we are coming in smack dab in the middle of Scorpio season, which is a sister water sign to you, super transformative, definitely going to be a different version of yourself once this is all over. We are also smack dab in the middle of eclipse season. Eclipse season, of course, kind of popped off with the new moon partial solar eclipse in Scorpio that we had on the 25th of October. Of course, this is a continuation of the storyline of a spiritual life lesson that we began back in November of 2021. We reached a climax point in this particular lesson in April and May of this year. And now we are entering into the third and final chapter, final phase of this eclipse energy, which we technically won't see the full completion of until the 6-month mark. So with this energy coming in, you're definitely being challenged with your beliefs. You're being challenged with your perspective, with your mental health. And a lot of that is definitely going to resolve once this eclipse portal energy closes. We're coming into November, still kind of under the mercy of the wild card energy that eclipse energy is. Universe will be sorting us out. We will have a much better understanding, perspective, direction, and path once this full moon total lunar eclipse takes place at 16 degrees in Taurus energy on the 8th. Now, this full moon is going to fully illuminate for us where it is we kind of got to get back down to earth, back down to basics, where it is that so much has happened that we really have to reinvent and reevaluate ourselves, what it is that we value, what it is that is worth our time, our energy, our effort, where it is that we're being redirected, what it is that we have to rebuild. And this particular energy is highlighting your third house. Your third house is your mental plane. It is the information, the communication, the expression that takes place once you actually form an idea and actually align with a different set of beliefs. Now, because this Taurus energy is illuminating the third house, the Scorpio energy of this eclipse season is highlighting the ninth house. The ninth house is your higher self. It is philosophies. It is your spiritual lessons. It is observing where it is that you have to go from here. The Scorpio energy is definitely showing you what needs to end, what it is you need to close the door on, what essentially needs to die as far as the belief system goes. And I think that a lot of new information, new opportunities are coming at you, illuminating this third house of your mental plane on where it is that maybe some limiting beliefs are actually blocking you from going after what it is that you want, need, and desire. But even more than that, what it is that your soul's mission, your soul's purpose actually is. So you will see a lot of new ideas, new inspirations, new aha moments really take place in your mental plane. And this is essentially going to alter the belief system that you have in yourself and that you have in the greater, grander plan of the universe. So on the 16th, we have Venus, the goddess of love and beauty and worth and pleasure and money, moving into Sagittarius energy. Now, this is going to be a welcome shift for everyone because, of course, Venus being in Scorpio energy for the last couple of weeks has definitely been deep, definitely been dark, definitely been transformative, and Sagittarius energy is always the light at the end of the tunnel. Venus being very focused on her own self-worth, on her relationships, on her money matters and on her long-term goals, needs to let her hair down a little bit, needs to explore a little bit, needs to kind of push herself outside of her comfort zone to see what the possibilities for her actually are. This is because, of course, Sagittarius is the observer of the zodiac. We can see the greater, grander plan taking place. We are very optimistic. We are very confident. We're putting ourselves out there in ways that we have typically shied away from. And Venus moving into Sag is highlighting your 10th house of career, of karma, of roles, of responsibilities, and of your financial safety and security. So here's what I will say to you. We have a lot of planets moving out of the Scorpio energy into the Sag energy. And the more Sag energy that is built up in this 10th house for you, the more positive, the more confident you are going to be about making some major changes, some major moves when it comes to your career. And of course, see the financial repercussions and consequences and rewards of that because you are willing to take a risk, because you are aligning with a higher mission, a higher meaning, a higher purpose, and because you're really altering the way that you truly believe in yourself and what it is that is actually possible for you. So the next day on the 17th, Mercury is going to move into Sag, again, illuminating your 10th house. Now, Mercury in Sag, again, Mercury rules over the mental plane, over our thoughts, our ideas, the way we communicate and express ourselves. In Sag energy, we're very philosophical, we're very blunt, we're very straightforward, we're very to the point. And although that is a good thing, we do have to kind of be a little bit cautious on how we're speaking our truth because, again, we're lacking a filter in Sag energy. But what I like about this, especially for my Piscean friends, is that, of course, this is taking place in the 10th house as well. So Mercury being in Sag is going to really inspire you with some big ideas, some beautiful ideas, some ideas that are definitely going to, I'm going to say, replenish, renew, revive the spark that had gotten lost, that has gotten snuffed out over the last, I'm going to say, year and a half of your life, mostly because you felt the need to kind of rise to the challenge of taking care of some friends and family matters and really aligning with roles and responsibilities that were outside of your wheelhouse, to be quite honest with you. Doesn't mean that you shouldn't have done it. Doesn't mean that you weren't doing a good job at it. It just means that you, again, put your own wants, needs, and desires, your own dreams, your own visions on the back burner in order to do what you thought other people wanted you to do or expected you to do. And of course, became very depressed, very sad, very disassociated with yourself, with your life, because of course you weren't in alignment with your mission and with your purpose. So Mercury moving back into this 10th house is definitely going to illuminate a new path, a new direction that you want to take in your career with new roles and responsibilities. And of course, inspire you to bring that excitement, that passion, that spark back. On the 22nd, we have the sun moving into Sagittarius energy, initiating Sagittarius season. And of course, this is going to be shining a bright light on your 10th house of your career, of roles and responsibilities, of your financial safety and security. Now, the sun in Sag, again, is very much illuminating a brand new path, a brand new adventure for us, a brand new quest for a mission, for a purpose, for meaning in our lives. We have a brand new truth that should have been illuminated to us in Scorpio season, likely through a lot of pain, a lot of suffering, a lot of trauma, realizing where it is that we haven't been real and authentic with ourselves. But now that we know, we can do something with it. And now the sun is going to be shining a bright light on this new path, this new quest, this new excitement, this new passion, this new desire, this new idea, this new vision, this new dream. And in the 10th house, this is definitely you bossing up, karmically speaking. This is you leveling up in your skills, in your talents, in your power, in your authority. It's you taking on new roles and responsibilities to actually be the writer, the producer, the director, the star of your own life, which may mean that you have to cut the cord with some roles and responsibilities that you took on under a sense of obligation instead of an actual alignment with those particular jobs, tasks, and chores. Definitely a huge shift taking place in your career, in your reputation, in your finances as well. And the day after that, the 23rd, the new moon takes place in Sagittarius energy at 1 degree. So this is a clean slate for all of us. At 1 degree, this is setting the tone on a new truth, on a new quest for mission, for purpose, for meaning, on focusing on what it is that we actually want to bring to life. And this is going to set the tone for the next 2.5 years. So you best believe you should get your mind right, get focused in on what it is that you actually want to create for yourself. Because again, this is in the 10th house. What are your career goals? What new roles and responsibilities are you being asked to boss up and to take control over? Where in your life do you need to lock down and kind of secure new amounts of income in order for you to feel safe and secure to actually live your life without settling into fear or the lack of scarcity mindset? Now, on the 23rd, on the same day as we have the new moon in Sag, Jupiter, who rules over Sagittarian energy, who rules over Sag season, who rules over this new moon, is going direct in Pisces, in your sign. Like I said, at the end of October, we had Jupiter retrograde back into Pisces. And this is a little bit of a refresher for you, especially taking you back from like December of 2021 to about May of 2022. There is this energy where we have to kind of reflect back, where we need to take a rest, where we need to recalibrate, where we need to reconnect with our soul selves, with our spiritual practice. We have to realign, redesign, redefine our dreams. And for you, this is taking place in the first house of self. This is a time for you to reinvent yourself, to rebrand yourself. Yes, you made choices over the last 2.5 years that took you further away from your own mission, your own purpose. But it was all in the name of trying to help those that you love. So that isn't something to feel disappointed about. It's not something that you failed. It's not something that you should feel bad about. However, it's time for you to draw the line in the sand and really kind of relinquish the feelings that you have over trying to be somebody that you're not for other people and start being who it is that you've always been for yourself. It's time for you to grow. It's time for you to improve. It's time for you to align with the dream, with the vision, with the mission, with the purpose that you know that you've always had inside of you, that you've spent most of your life running away from. It's okay to be afraid of greatness. It's okay to be afraid of success, but you at least have to attempt and put everything that you got into actually trying to make your dreams become a reality in order for you to actually see what it is that you're capable of. You do have a little bit of work to do on your, I'm going to say, inner narrative, because again, a lot of the reason of why you haven't felt like you've been able to reach certain pivotal points of manifesting your dreams is because you lack the belief in yourself. And these limiting beliefs are going to be rapidly changing over the month of November, which is a welcome sign because from, I'm going to say, the end of November to mid-December, you really have a beautiful opportunity here to get your mind right, to get your soul right, to get in alignment once again so that we can jump into 2023 with a new path, a new direction, a new vision, dream, and goal, and actually be able to execute it in the way that you failed to do back in May. So this is going to be, I'm going to say, a positive time for you. You are going to see a lot of opportunities really kind of bless you and encourage you to get back to what it is that you love doing, that you semi-abandoned for home and family reasons. And some of the messages that I would like to leave you with is, first of all, where do you want to go from here? What do you want? What do you want to experience? What do you want to accomplish? What makes you happy? What do you like to do in order to kind of check out and disassociate from this realm of reality? That's what you need to be focused on. What do you want to build from here? You already have the skills and the talents and the resources at your fingertips in order to make any kind of dream or vision of yours actually manifest into reality. What you're lacking is focus. What you're lacking is self-confidence. What you're lacking is discipline. So figure it out. Figure out what would make you happy. If you could snap your fingers now and start living a life that you envision in your mind, and you would be very, very happy on all accounts without thinking of the ifs, ands, and buts, without thinking of the limiting beliefs. What would that look like? That is your vision. That is your dream. Hold that very, very strong in your mind space, in your heart space as you move through November, because it is going to present you with opportunities to actually bring those particular elements to life, as long as you stop talking fear, doubts, and insecurities into your visions and into your dreams. A lot of this is coming with a brand new mindset. And I think that that brand new mindset is definitely going to be felt when Mercury moves into Sag energy in this 10th house. This is going to just blow your mind wide open. It's going to show you where it is that you have been blocking yourself, where it is that the negative attitude, the negative Nancy narrative has been holding you back from actually pursuing the elements of your life, the dreams, the visions, the goals that you hold in your heart space. And when you realize the power of your mental plane, the power of your intention, the power of your focus, you truly will be unstoppable. So it is going to kind of poke at you, if you will, in order for you to see where it is that your mind needs a total renovation. Your focus needs a total overhaul as far as discipline goes. And you need a better narrative in order to be loving and supportive. So maybe you need to start talking to yourself in the way that you talk to other people, because there is no way that you would speak to those that you love in the tone and in the narrative in which you speak to yourself. The last thing that I'm going to leave you with is that this is a time, especially with Jupiter in your sign, this is a time for you to move inward and really get real with yourself. Okay, so stop with the hidden agendas. Stop with the depression. Stop with the darkness. Stop with the ifs, ands, and buts. You are creating a situation of limitation. And it's time to start seeing things from a totally different perspective. So you know the way that you think, you know the way that you feel. So why not challenge yourself to do the complete opposite and see what kind of results doing the opposite, thinking the opposite, feeling the opposite actually yield for you? This is an opportunity for you to put an end to the inner chatter that is constantly keeping you in a state of paralysis. This is a time for you to close the door on the unconscious parts of you that have been constantly self-sabotaging any and every good thing in your life. And with every ending, with every closure, is an opportunity for a brand new beginning to take place. And I truly believe with Jupiter going direct in your sign at the end of this month, from now until the end of the year, is going to be a very powerful, very productive time for you to actually get your shit together, to get your mind, your body, your soul right, and to prepare yourself for a very, very successful 20. So Pisces, that's all I have for you for this month. Hopefully some messages resonated with you. I'm sending you nothing but love, and we'll talk to you soon.